The world is over, billions are dead. And they're not staying that way. Welcome to Resident Evil Requiem. You think you've survived the horror before? You think you know what it takes to make it through the night? Think again, this isn't just another outbreak. This is the end and the beginning of something far, far worse. Before you even think about pre-ordering, before you spend a single dollar, you need to see this. What I'm about to show you will change everything you thought you knew about survival horror. So let's get right into it. Capcom has been incredibly secretive about Requiem, and for good reason. I've spent the last week digging through every leak, every cryptic developer tweet, and every frame of the early access footage I was lucky enough to get my hands on. What I've pieced together is a game that is fundamentally different from anything we've seen in the series. Forget the linear hallways and predictable jump scares. Requiem throws you into a sprawling, dynamic open world, a decaying, infected slice of North America. And it is relentless. The biggest game changer is the new hive mind AI system. These aren't your slow, shuffling zombies from the early games. The infected in Requiem communicate, they learn, they strategize. I was clearing out what I thought was an abandoned hospital, feeling pretty confident with my upgraded shotgun. Suddenly, the power cut, the emergency lights flickered on, and I was surrounded. They had herded me, using the environment to trap me. One stalked me from the vents above while others blocked the exits. It was terrifying and exhilarating in a way I haven't felt since I first stepped into the Spencer mansion. This isn't just a horde, it's an intelligent, predatory ecosystem, and you are at the bottom of the food chain. Now, let's talk about the survival mechanics, because this is where Requiem truly earns its name. Crafting is deeper and more critical than ever. It's not just about combining herbs anymore. You'll be scavenging for scrap metal to reinforce a safe house door, distilling dirty water to stay hydrated, and even managing your own psychological state. Spend too much time in the dark or witness too many horrific events, and your character will start to suffer from auditory and visual hallucinations. Your aim will become shaky, your perception skewed. It adds this incredible layer of psychological tension, forcing you to not only manage your physical resources, but your mental fortitude as well. It's brutal, and some players might find it too demanding, but for hardcore fans, it's the challenge we've been waiting for. So, is Resident Evil Requiem a must-buy? Here's my honest take. If you're a longtime fan of the series who's been craving a real evolution, a game that pushes the boundaries of survival horror and respects your intelligence as a player, then yes, absolutely, this game is a masterpiece of dread and a true next-generation experience. However, if you're a more casual player, or someone who gets easily frustrated by steep difficulty curves and complex systems, you might want to hold off. The open-world design can feel overwhelming, and the hive mind AI can be punishingly difficult. It demands your full attention and patience. This isn't a game you can just pick up and play for 30 minutes. It's an experience that demands to be lived in. Ultimately, Requiem is a bold, ambitious, and terrifying new chapter for Resident Evil. It's not for everyone, and that's okay. But for those of us who live for the thrill of true survival, it's everything we could have hoped for and more. I hope this gave you the insight you needed to make your decision. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this breakdown helpful, please hit that like button and consider subscribing for more deep dives into the latest games. Let me know in the comments if you're planning on getting Requiem. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you in the next video.